What is up, everybody? My name is Squigga, and today we are doing some battling here on Pokemon Showdown in the NU tier. I'm sorry I haven't had a video for you guys the past couple days. I've been getting really into the Pokemon TCGO, which is a lot of fun. I would recommend trying it out if you haven't already. But yeah, so that's why I haven't posted anything in a little bit. We hit 50 subscribers while I was playing Pokemon TCGO. So that's awesome, and you guys are awesome, and thank you for that. And I'll try to make a 50 subscribers video some point in the near future. For now, though, we are battling with this team Sweetdiculous. We've got Gurdurr the Mismagius, who has Taunt and Will-O-Wisp, sort of a stall breaker set. We have Bardley-Hiffs the Seismitoad, who sets up our rocks. We have Gurdurr the Gurdurr, I think that's how it is, who is Eviolite bulk up set. We have a Guts Swellow Super Burb, packing that powerful facade. We have Toadette, the Vileplume, who sets up, he's got our aromatherapy. She has our aromatherapy and stuff like that. And then we have our Choice Scarfer, Backfoon, the Typhlosion, packing that powerful Eruption, Hidden Power Grass, all that good stuff. We're going to go ahead and jump in. We find a battle versus Bo Jackson is a pimp. Sorry, it's kind of hard to read that when it's all jammed together. So we see Volbeat, Electivire, Mantine, Cacturne, Camerupt, and his own, or her own, Mismagius. I think we're just going to go ahead and lead with Bardley-Hiffs. I'm a little bit hesitant because Cacturne is so scary. It might be safer just to lead with Backfoon, who is our Choice Scarfer. We're going to lead with Backfoon, our Choice Scarfer, because I think he's going to lead with Camerupt, since it probably is what's setting up his spikes and stuff anyway. Nope, he leads with Danish Metallica, which is a Volbeat. I am going to level with you guys. I have no idea what this thing does. I have absolutely no idea what Volbeat does. I do know that an Eruption will almost definitely kill it unless it's like sashed or something. I also know that his Mantine and Camerupt are probably going to take an Eruption like a champ, but I think I'm going to go for it anyway. It's like, well, Mantine, it's neutral against, oh no, hold up, Mantine is ice flying, right? No, water flying. Okay, just goes for the substitute, so our Eruption is obviously going to bust the substitute open. I'm not going to switch out here seeing that he has that substitute. I would much rather just go for another Eruption, even though I think he's likely to switch out here. Just in case he goes for a second substitute, I really don't want to deal with this thing subbed up. It's probably Baton Passing, right? If he's setting up subs on this. Okay, he's just gonna go right for the Baton Pass. So I'm glad we didn't like switch out right away. Not that I see much of a reason to. No, I think Mantine's water flying, isn't it? So it's probably gonna take this Eruption really well if he goes into it. But he goes into Cameroll, his Camerupt, who is still gonna take 45% off of our Eruption. That being said, of course we cannot stay in on this thing, just because a Scald or whatever is gonna kill us, and we are not gonna. No, what am I talking about? Thinking about Mantine still. A Earth Power from this thing will probably take us out or do a really solid chunk, and our Eruption is not going to 2-hit KO. I think we're going to go ahead and switch into Seismitoad. Seems pretty safe. He might double into Cacturne. If that's the case, then we'll just have to switch out ourselves once again. Luckily, Vileplume is a pretty safe switch in for Cacturne. So he's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve and go for the Stealth Rocks. Okay. Unfortunately, we have no way to get rid of Stealth Rocks. I kind of want to go for my own Stealth Rocks just because I don't think he would stay in to take a Scald. But if he did stay in, getting that Scald off would be incredible. I think we're going to outspeed regardless, so I think I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rocks because I don't think this thing can, like, one-shot us or anything. I think Stealth Rocks are safe. Cameroll. I wonder why it's named that. So he is going to go ahead and switch out into Mismagius. We get our Stealth Rocks up, which is cool for us. Now, I'm kind of wondering why he went out into this thing. I know Mismagius doesn't learn, like, Hidden Power Grass or anything like that. Maybe expecting an Earthquake or something like that. I think we're just going to go ahead and... Ooh, Scald or Toxic? Scald or Toxic? I don't... Mismagius is pretty specially bulky, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to go for Toxic on this thing. It might go ahead and Will-O-Wisp us or something like that, but that's not the end of the world. Yep, he is going to go ahead and Will-O-Wisp, which burns us. We get our Toxic. Oh my god, we miss our Toxic. So he lands the Willow, we miss our Toxic. That is obviously not great for us. Oof. So we either stay in and try to Toxic again, or maybe go for a Scald, expecting him to, like, switch out or something like that. If he did switch out, Mantine is very safe against us anyway, though. Huh. Well. I think we're going to go ahead and Toxic again and hope that it lands on either this Mismagius or whatever he brings in, because I don't think we're going to take too much from this Mismagius. Oh, it has Energy Ball. I see. Our Toxic is going to land. I'm surprised the Energy Ball didn't kill us. And the burn is obviously enough to take us out. But we did get our rocks up, and I don't... his Mantine probably has Defog, doesn't it? Oh, well. So, here we are in against a Mismagius. I think Backfoon is going to outspeed, but he's going to take a hell of a lot off of rocks, and if we lock ourselves into Eruption, we're more or less opening ourselves up for pretty easy kill. Our team is kind of weak to Stealth Rock. It's kind of a little weak to have a... what should we call it here? A lack of Rapid Spin / Defog. But it's okay. We're going to go out into Gurdurr. The Gurdurr. Now I'm tempted to just bulk up because I know that he knows I have that knockoff, or else I wouldn't have brought it in against the Mismagius. But I feel like he could very easily go for a taunt or another Willow. So I think I'm just gonna actually. I think he's definitely gonna go for another Willow, isn't he? Huh. If I think he's going to go for another Willow, it might be good to bring... well, no, we're all normal stuff. Excuse me while I reacclimatize to Pokemon Showdown, because I've been out of it for a while. Alright, I'm going to knock off. I'm going to stay in and risk the Willow. Aren't we Guts? We're Guts. What the hell am I talking about? I blanked for a minute there. So he's going to go ahead and Destiny Bond. We don't kill him with our knockoff, though. And the Toxic is going to kill it. Does that mean that... does Destiny Bond activate if Toxic kills it? No. He's given us this face down here. I think that means we're safe. I think it would have killed us right away. So look at you, Gurdurr. Just strong enough. Or maybe just weak enough. We'll go with strong. Sounds better. So the Mismagius is gone. We've still got... alright, yeah, so here comes my hand's a dolphin. The... what is the Mantine? Water flying. So it's probably here to... my guess is that it's here to defog. If I think that's the case, I kind of want to stay in and knock off, even though I know I'm risking like a, I don't know, this thing can be specially offensive too, can't it? Maybe I shouldn't risk the, whatever, we're going to knock off. This might be stupid. This might be stupid, but I think he's just going to defog. Nope, he air slashes, but it really doesn't do that much damage, but he flinches us. Air Slash did 49%, which means we are dead if we stay in to take another one, so we are going to have to go out. I think we're going to go ahead and switch into Gostera or Mismagius. I want to keep Gurdurr around just because he has the Mach Punch, so if we ever get an opportunity to like bulk up and stuff like that. Alright, so he goes for the Scald this time. That's fine by me. Now we can try and burn for residual damage, but I'm kind of tempted to Pain Split. I know we're faster, but... I don't know, maybe Pain Splitting doesn't make any sense. Maybe I should just go ahead and taunt this thing so that he can't defog if he does indeed run it. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to taunt this thing. He might just go right for an attacking move. But if he tries to defog here... well, then again, defog gets rid of his rocks too. Oh. Okay, he went for it. I was just about to say, I don't know if that makes that much sense, because it would have gotten rid of the rocks that he set up as well, which are currently doing more to me than mine are to him, so... might be worth keeping it around. That said, I think I'm going to go ahead and... we're going to Shadow Ball and see how much it does. I don't know that it's going to do an awful lot to this thing, but I would rather save our Pain Split for when we are taking more damage. I also don't want him to get like a switch into Camerupt or something, and then our Pain Split heals it. So our Shadow Ball is going to come through and do 22%, which is roughly nothing. And he's going to go ahead and burn us with the Scald. Obviously unfortunate. I think I'm going to go ahead and Pain Split here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I guess I could Willow, because the Scald only did 24%, so if we took another 24... I don't know, I don't want to risk a crit and get killed for no reason, so I'm going to go ahead and Pain Split to try and heal up a little bit, do a little damage. Why are his hands dolphins? I don't really see that. Alright, so the Scald comes through, does 23%, we heal off leftovers, we take burn damage. This is not looking good for us. His taunt is over... I think we're just going to have to leave Gostera in here and keep Pain Splitting. If he defogs now, I guess I'm okay with it. Pain Split goes off. He's just going to go right for the skull, which is going to do solid chunk. Take damage. At this point, we're just sitting in here whittling this thing down. I think we're going to, unfortunately, lose Ghost Sarah. I kind of want him to defog, honestly, because defog hits my Swellow and my Typhlosion so hard. Alright, so he does go for the defog and get rid of the rocks on the field. I mean, that's kind of cool. I won't lie to you. I think I'm gonna Shadow Ball. Well, hold up. A Scald will kill us if I Shadow Ball, so I'm just gonna Pain Split again. I'm just gonna sit here and Pain Split. No reason not to. Scald comes through. Oh, he crits with the Scald, so it doesn't end up mattering as the burn is going to take us out. Alright, so what do we want to bring in against this Mantine? I think Toadette is probably our best choice. We could also bring in Super Burb, just because Super Burb is going to do like a bunch of damage if he stays in, and if he doesn't, I mean, what really wants to take a Brave Bird from Super Burb? Probably nothing. So, Super Burb, here in the flesh. Now, I kind of want to U-turn because those rocks are gone, and I think he's going to switch. I feel like he would probably switch into, like, well, I don't know. He doesn't really have all that many options, does he? Maybe we just Brave Bird. How are Mantine's defenses? I feel like isn't Mantine physically bulky? Whatever. We're gonna, U-turn is safer, so we're gonna go ahead and U-turn, just in case this guy wants to switch out or like has something for us. He is gonna switch out and go into the Electivire, so our U-turn is gonna come through and do 27%. I kind of want to bring in back Foon. I feel like this thing's probably scarfed though if he brought it in on Super Burb. I'm gonna bet that thing is scarfed. Well, if I think it's scarfed, I guess I go into Gurdurr. I don't know. This Electivire is gonna have a field day if it is scarfed, which I don't know why it wouldn't be if he brought it in on something that is naturally faster than him by quite a bit. I think I'm gonna go for the Drain Punch because I think we can live a hit from this thing. We are max HP, and it would be nice to get the Drain Punch off and maybe heal up a little bit. I don't really know what this thing is capable of though, so I don't wanna sell it short. The Earthquake is not going to do a ton. So our Drain Punch comes through and does 58%, getting us a nice chunk of health back. Now, I kind of just want to Mach Punch, because if the Drain Punch did 58, I feel like the Mach Punch will kill it. But if it's scarfed, you might want to save it. We're just going to Drain Punch again. It would suck if we took another Earthquake, but if it is scarfed, and I think it is, nope, okay, just gonna Ice Punch. Whatever. The Electivire is gone, so I'm happy regardless. Unfortunately, Gurdurr is low enough to the point where I don't know that there's much point switching him out unless it's as death fodder, so I think whatever comes in here, probably the Mantine, nope, Camroll. So I think we're probably just going to, we are hella slow. We are hella slow, so I think we're probably just going to Mach Punch because this depressingly slow creature is probably going to outspeed us, I want to say. Maybe it's not going to outspeed us. If it didn't outspeed us, 152. Doesn't its speed drop to like 20? I feel like we're faster than this thing. I'm gonna Drain Punch. I think we're faster? Mega Camerupt is very slow. We are faster, so our Drain Punch comes through and does 36%, heals us 17, and he's gonna go ahead and set up the Stealth Rocks again. Well, we saw our Drain Punch come through. I think he's going to want to switch out, though. Well, no, he's not. That thing's pretty much dead. We're just going to go ahead and Drain Punch. Maybe he brings in the Mantine. Maybe he doesn't. It's all good in the hood, as far as I'm concerned. We are going to take out the Camerupt and heal a little bit, back up over 50. We are in the green once again. So, Gurdurr coming through. And here I thought we were going to lose him. Obviously great taking out the Mega. So here comes my hand as a dolphin. This thing, we saw its Air Slash do a decent chunk to us, but not kill us. I think I'm just going to go ahead and try and knock off on it. I think I'm going to go ahead and try and knock off, because last time he Air Slashed us, we got flinched. If this doesn't flinch, oh, that does so much. We don't flinch, and our knockoff comes through and does a decent chunk. And then we're just going to go ahead and Mach Punch to see how much we can do. I imagine since it's resisted, it won't do an awful lot. It does 11. Almost kills him. Not quite. So down goes Gurdurr, but I'm pretty sure Super Burb now outspeeds and one-shots everything with either Facade or Brave Bird. I'm pretty sure that is how it goes. I think Bakfoon also does that. I'm going to bring in Super Burb, though, and give Super Burb a chance to shine. We are obviously going to take some decent damage off of Stealth Rocks. Ouch. But ultimately irrelevant, I think. I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, Facade? I'm going to Facade. Like, whatever. The Mantine's pretty much... The Mantine's dead. Yeah, there it goes. And then we see our Toxic come through. So our Facade wasn't even boosted, but the Mantine was at 2%. I mean, come on. Our Guts is active, and our Brave Bird is super effective against the rest of his team, I think. Maybe it's... I can't remember if Flying is super effective on Bug. I feel like it is. We're going to go ahead and Brave Bird. I'm pretty sure it's enough to kill the Cacturn. Guts boosted Brave Bird. I feel like that's going to do it for Leaf Keef. He's going to Spiky Shield. What does that do to us? Some damage? That makes sense. Alright. We're going to Brave Bird again. Maybe he's going to try and, like, double protect or something. Or Sucker Punch. Oh my goodness, the Sucker Punch does enough. So he is going to be able to kill us with that Sucker Punch after a pretty clutch Spiky Shield. I don't think he's going to be able to kill Bakfoon with a Sucker Punch. But in case I'm wrong, we're going to go out into Toadette to get some chip damage off on the remaining members of his team with Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb. Here it comes. Vileplume's really great. Vileplume is definitely like NU's Roselia, kind of. So he's going to bring out the Volbeat, who's going to take 42% and get poisoned off our Sludge Bomb. The poison is obviously unfortunate for my opponent, as it basically secures the 2-hit KO, and we see that it does enough to break his sub, so regardless of what happens, Sludge Bomb is coming through. Either killing the Volbeat or doing a solid chunk to Cacturn. He's going to go ahead and Thunder Wave to paralyze me, and I'm going to get the full para, so there's that. Now I could Aromatherapy to get rid of this paralysis, which is I think what I'm going to do, just because this thing can't sub at this point. Can't sub because poison would just kill it from behind the sub, so Aromatherapy. He is going to sub, and the poison is going to take him out. I was scared for a second. I was like, wait, why would he do that unless he knew something that I didn't? But it's fine. The poison was enough to take him out. Out comes Leaf Keef. We're going to go ahead and click that Sludge Bomb, see how much damage it does to this thing. Cacturn, really solid for like mixed attack and stuff, but very frail as we see it go down to a single Sludge Bomb. So that ends up being a really good game. Yeah, coming through, you guys. We're going to go ahead and look for one more. Versus Botas. Hola, Botas. We got Typhlosion, Muck, Miltank, Sawk, Luminion, I think is that thing's name, and Rotom Fan. Ugh, Miltank's animation is so terrifying. Well. I don't see any... I don't think Rotom Fan is like... No. I don't see any Grass Stab. He might lead with the Typhlosion and go for the Hidden Power Grass, but if that's the case, I'm totally happy baiting it out. He doesn't, though. He just leads with the Rotom Fan. This thing is electric flying. I think I'm going to go ahead and try and set up Stealth Rocks. I don't know whether or not this thing has anything that'll stop us or remove them once they're up, but I'm pretty good just getting it up. He's going to go ahead and trick us a Choice Scarf. That's okay with me. We get our Stealth Rocks up, and then we switch out. The question is, what do we go into? He's probably going to switch out himself. Right? Maybe? I don't know. I'm going to play it safe and go into Ghost Sarah. Because Ghost Sarah is going to do pretty okay against anything that he wants to bring in here. Just goes for that Will-O-Wisp, so he's going to burn us. I'm glad that it was... Well, I guess it would have been cool if Gurdurr switched in and got the Guts active off of his... Or got the Guts active off of his Guts, whatever. I think we're going to go ahead and Shadow Ball. I think I want to Shadow Ball. I could also Will-O-Wisp if I think he's going to switch, which might be safer. Honestly, yeah, like, even if he doesn't switch, this is potential residual damage on the Rotom Fan. I mean, I guess he could go out into Bakfoon and absorb it, but nope, just going to stay in and get burned. He's going to go for the Air Slash, which does 33%, which is, like, more than I wanted it to. But we see residual damage on the fan. I'm going to go ahead and Pain Split, I think. We're going to go ahead and Pain Split. We saw that we outsped, so we are gonna get this off before we can do anything more to us. Pain Split is gonna... Wow, okay. It doesn't do an awful lot, does it? Residual damage is taking us down pretty low. No point in Pain Splitting now. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and Shadow Ball. I mean, I could also... We see him going for Air Slashes. So we could switch back out into our Seismitoad. I don't really want Seismitoad to get burned, though, which is what would happen. I think we're just going to stay in Shadow Ball and see how much we can do to this thing. Hopefully, we do enough for the burn to take it out, but since we are only invested... No, we're just going to do 36%. Air Slash is going to take us out. We are going to see Leftovers and then burn. Now, I think I'm pretty comfortable going out into Super Burb. I'm going to go into Super Burb because we're going to outspeed this thing naturally, and we're going to be able to take it out if he stays in, or get some solid damage and our Guts boost going if he switches out. I think I'm going to go ahead and... I guess I'll just Brave Bird. Because Brave Bird will definitely kill the fan. Yeah. So he stays in. Even though it's resisted, Brave Bird, very strong. So down it goes. We get the Toxic Orb boost. I kind of like Swallow. I haven't used Swallow until now because I'm such a fan of Zangoose, who basically does the same thing. A little bit better in my opinion, but I really wanted to try out like how this would go with the Brave Bird. So he brings in Sugar Tits, his Miltank. Gross. I think I'm going to go ahead and U-turn on this thing. I guess I could Facade and see how much it does, but I don't want this thing to come through with like some super secret tech that kills us. So I'm just going to U-turn and see how much it does to see whether or not it's worth bringing in Swallow a little later to try and take care of it. It does 15%, so not a ton. I think safest play here is going out into Gurdurr, or Gurdurr, which is what we are going to do. And we'll see what this Miltank was hoping to hit us with. Just goes for the Body Slam, which does 17%, and gets the Para on us, which kind of stinks. No point in bulking up. Well, I wouldn't say no point in bulking up. I'm just like, because we're paralyzed... I'm gonna bulk up. I know, I was literally just like, oh, maybe, you know, that's stupid, but we're gonna try it and see what happens. It's gonna go for these Stealth Rocks. We are gonna get our bulk up off. Obviously, we see some more Leftovers recovery. Oof, that paralysis totally sucks. Now, I could go for another bulk up, but I don't think that's a great idea. I think I'm going to Drain Punch instead. Maybe Knockoff is safer. Knockoff might be safer just because if he wants to bring something in, it's not going to take the Knockoff well. And if we hit this Miltank with a Knockoff, we are going to be able to... Nope, just going to switch into Luminion. Knockoff comes through into 78%, knocking off the Leftovers. I'm pretty good with that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and Mach Punch. I don't think he's going to switch out. So Gurdurr is going to come through and do some work here, despite being paralyzed, I think. We are going to get our Mach Punch off, fighting through that paralysis. So down goes the Luminion. That thing is kind of weird. I don't know how threatening it is, honestly. Like, I used it once in a random battle, and it was garbage, so... Who knows? I guess random battles aren't really a great way to assess the strengths and weaknesses of Pokemon. Alright, so Muck is going to come out. Now, Muck is pretty bulky. Muck is pretty bulky. I think I'm going to knock off on Muck. I'm going to knock off on Muck, see how much it does, and maybe take out either like Assault Vest or Black Sludge. Poison Jab does 17% to us. Our knockoff is going to come through and do 63% and knock off the Assault Vest. Now, that makes me feel like a Mach Punch will kill this Muck. And I think he knows that, which might motivate him to switch. Nah, we're gonna Mach Punch. Stab, 1.5 Mach Punch after... Yeah, I think it'll kill the Muck. I hope it kills the Muck. It does not, because it is resisted, and I totally forgot about that. So that is unfortunate. I think we're just gonna go ahead and Mach Punch again. He's not going to switch out. Hope the Para doesn't come through at the worst of times and stack some extra damage on us. I always forget that Poison resists fighting. Nope, he's going to Shadow Sneak, and we get the full Para. Shadow Sneak crits, too, which is stupid. So we see that he has the Shadow Sneak, which means that he's probably just going to go for it again. So I guess I'm just going to, like... I could bulk up. I could bulk up. I want to bulk up. We're going to get greedy and bulk up on our Gurdurr, because we saw that the Shadow Sneak didn't do a ton. We are going to get our Volkov off. So now I'm just going to go ahead and Drain Punch because we know that he has the Shadow Sneak, so he's just going to go for it. Yep, he crits with it. Why not? We are going to get our Drain Punch off and recover that sweet 2% of health. Down goes Muck. Gurdurr has killed 2 Pokemon so far. Doing work, Gurdurr. Doing work. We saw the Body Slam from Miltank did a solid 17% before. He's going to bring in the Sawk, who's obviously going to outspeed us. Does this thing have Mach Punch or something to just take us out? It might. We're going to go ahead and Mach Punch ourselves to see whether or not this thing has priority. I feel like Sawk gets Mach Punch, right? He looks pretty Mach Punchy. Nope, our Mach Punch is... Oh. Okay. We're still alive, so we're going to Mach Punch again and hope the Parrot doesn't come through. 93% off that Mach Punch. Plus 2. He's just going to forfeit. But we do get to see the animation for Mach Punch taking out the Sock, so hoorah! Good job, Gurdurr, coming through, taking out 3 Pokemon and forcing a forfeit. Nice. Solid job. You carry that beam that may or may not be a part of your body. It's not. Some people think that, like, Conkeldurs, like, pillars and stuff are a part. That's weird. That's so weird. That Pokemon is already so weird looking. Don't do that to it. Just leave it alone. Leave Gurdurr alone. Okay, so that's it for me this time. I hope you guys enjoyed these battles. I know I had a lot of fun participating in them. If you did, be sure to throw a like or a comment my way, maybe even subscribe for more videos like this one. That's it for me, everybody. Have a good one.